Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making a nice firm and chewy bread, great for dipping in soups or even just making sandwiches from. Now to start, in a large stand mixer bowl or just a normal bowl like I'm choosing to do, as not everyone has a mixer and sometimes it's just nice to make bread by hand the whole way. Now you want to combine 9 grams of dry yeast, 12 grams of white sugar, and then proceed to spill all of your sugar and then have to re-weigh it. And then finally around 600 ml of warm but not hot water, and then you want to let the yeast bloom covered for around 15 minutes. Now once bloomed, you may notice a lack of foam on the top of your yeast. This is probably due to the amount of water you are blooming it in instead of using a smaller amount, but this is completely fine. As long as it is slightly foamy, you can tell the yeast is active. Now next you want to add in 12 grams of salt, or if you're like me and you forget to add the salt, you can always add it in a little bit later, but it gets a little bit tricky from here. Then add in 600 grams or around 5 cups of white flour and mix until combined. Now if you still have a wet dough, you can add in an extra cup or around an extra 120 grams more of flour until you get a nice dough that is soft but not too sticky. Now once you have a nice easily moldable dough, you want to give it a good kneading until you can gently press the dough and it springs back. Next you want to shape your dough into a smooth ball. Now a good way of doing this is by pulling the edges into the center and rotating a few times to form a ball. This will pull the top side of the dough, which is now against the work surface of the dough, nice and tight, and then you want to flip it over. Then you want to clean the large bowl that you mixed your dough into, add some oil to it, add the dough in and roll to coat the dough in the bowl. This will stop the dough getting a dry crust on it whilst it's proofing. Then cover with either a lid or a damp tea towel and let rise for 45 to 60 minutes or until doubled in size. Now looking at my bowl, I can clearly see my dough has more than doubled in size as it has pushed the lid off the top. Now as is tradition, you want to punch down the bread dough. Then you want to weigh your dough. Mine worked out to around about 1,400 grams. Then you want to divide in half, so around roughly for me 2 700 gram loaves. Then you want to form into 2 large oblong or baguette shapes, or even if you wish to make some rolls out of them, you can do that as well. Then place on a large baking tray lined with greaseproof paper, or if you do have one, a French bread pan or even baker's fabric, you can use that as well. Now that is indeed something that is on my shopping list. Now then you want to just cover with a damp tea towel once again and let rise for around 30 to 40 minutes. Now one reason why I actually want French bread pans is to stop the spread of the bread like it has done, where it has become a lot wider than it has as long. Next you want to mix 1 egg white and gently brush it on top of the loaves. Now my egg white was being a bit unruly and refused to brush on nice and evenly, and at one point it even led to pretty much the whole egg white dropping onto the bread, which was fun to scoop it back out using a bristly brush. Now optionally here you can sprinkle over some seeds or even some flaky salt. Now I chose to use some black sesame seeds on one loaf and some oak smoked salt on the other. Then you want to cut slits in the top of the loaf using scissors, a sharp knife, or if you're feeling fancy, using your bread lane. Now, this has no problem with my sourdough, and it was totally shredding up the banana even with the skin on, but it really wouldn't cut this soft bread, so I decided my sharp chef knives are a lot better for this bread. Now you want to bake this at 200C or 400F for 25 minutes or until the bottom is slightly browned and it sounds hollow when tapped. Then you want to have the top nice and golden brown And if you are using all of the smarts that you have, you want to manhandle this hot, fresh out the oven bread onto a cooling rack and let cool before handling. Now once cooled, you want to slice and serve. Now this is a great dipping bread for soups or even stews. Now I had to really hold back the urge of just slicing one of these lengthways and using it to make a giant BLT sandwich or something similar, as this is the absolute perfect Subway sandwich bread made at home. And there you have it, a nice, firm, chewy bread, great for dipping in soups or stews, or even just making a snack from. And that wraps up this week's video. As always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you're indeed new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.